Have you ever wondered why, while the rest of the world is screaming at the top of their lungs and clinking glasses, some people are tucked away in bed, completely ignoring the transition into 2026? It is the biggest party of the decade. Yet, for a select group of individuals, the clock striking midnight means absolutely nothing. Why do they refuse to participate in the collective hysteria of a fresh start? Is it a sign of deep-seated cynicism? Or have they unlocked a psychological secret that the rest of us are missing? As we approach the dawn of 2026, the pressure to celebrate is reaching a fever pitch. But the psychology of those who opt out is more fascinating than the party itself. What if I told you that ignoring New Year's Eve isn't about being a Scrooge, but about a radical shift in how we perceive time and self-improvement? Think about the weight of expectation that comes with December 31st. We are told that this specific arbitrary moment is the only time we can truly reinvent ourselves. This is the fresh start effect, a psychological phenomenon where temporal landmarks motivate us to pursue goals. But for the 2026 abstainers, this feels like a trap. They see the New Year, New Me mantra as a performative cycle that leads to inevitable failure. By refusing to acknowledge the holiday, they are actually protecting their mental energy. But here is the real kicker. Statistics show that most resolutions fail by mid-January. So, are these people actually the most realistic among us? They aren't waiting for a calendar to tell them when to grow. They operate on an internal clock, one that doesn't care about fireworks or champagne. Does this mean they are more disciplined than the average person? When we look at the personality traits of those who ignore the hype, we see a high level of internal locus of control. These individuals believe that they are the masters of their own destiny, regardless of external events. While the crowd looks to the sky for a sign of change, the nonconformist looks inward. They realize that January 1st is just another Tuesday, or in the case of 2026, a Wednesday. To them, the social pressure to be happy on command is exhausting. Have you ever felt that strange, hollow sadness at a party where everyone is forced to have the best night ever? That is exactly what these people are avoiding. They are choosing solitude over forced socialization. But is there a hidden cost to this isolation that they aren't telling us? In the world of 2026, we are more digitally connected than ever, which makes the choice to go dark even more significant. To ignore New Year's Eve is to ignore the digital roar of millions of year-in-review posts and vision boards. This is a form of post-digital fatigue. After years of being told to document every milestone, a new psychological movement is emerging, the Great Unplugging. By ignoring the holiday, they are reclaiming their privacy and their pace. They aren't interested in the curated versions of success that flood our feeds at midnight. They are practicing JOMO, the joy of missing out. But how do they handle the inevitable questions from friends and family the next day? Does ignoring the holiday actually strengthen their relationships or alienate them? Let's talk about the permanent beta mindset. In software, a beta version is always improving, always changing. People who ignore New Year's Eve often view their lives through this lens. They don't believe in a sudden magical reset. They believe in incremental, daily progress. While you're nursing a hangover and trying to remember your new gym password, they are already 3 steps ahead because they never stopped their routine. They understand that consistency beats intensity every single time. This perspective shifts the focus from a single night of celebration to a lifetime of intentionality. But is it possible to be too disciplined? Can you lose the ability to experience collective joy if you always stand on the sidelines? There is also a biological component to this. For many, the disruption of sleep and the consumption of toxins associated with the holiday simply isn't worth the fun. These individuals prioritize their circadian rhythms over social rituals. In a society that is chronically sleep-deprived, choosing a solid 8 hours over a midnight countdown is a radical act of self-care. They wake up on January 1st feeling refreshed, clear-headed, and ready to work while the rest of the world is in a fog. This clarity gives them a massive competitive advantage. Is it possible that the most successful people of 2026 will be the ones who slept through the beginning of it? What would your life look like if you stopped living by the world's schedule and started living by your own? Ultimately, the psychology of ignoring New Year's Eve 2026 is about the rejection of the performative. It's about recognizing that growth is a quiet, often boring process that happens on a random Tuesday afternoon, not under a sky full of pyrotechnics. It takes a certain level of bravery to stand still while everyone else is running toward a new number on the calendar. Whether you find them boring or brilliant, these individuals remind us that we have the power to define our own milestones. As the world counts down from 10, they are already dreaming of the work they will do tomorrow. So, as 2026 approaches, will you follow the crowd into the noise? Or will you find the courage to stay in the silence and see what happens when the clock strikes 12 and nothing changes?